What we're gonna do today is we're gonna make Louisiana-style gumbo, right? It's chicken and sausage gumbo, okay? So what I've got is, we get start off with, we'll just go ahead and go down the list. Okay, so chicken broth, right? 64 ounce chicken broth, that basically 2 of these containers is what I'm gonna use. So 64 ounces of chicken broth, okay? 1 large onion, we're gonna finely chop that. Bell peppers, okay, finely chopped bell peppers, cup worth. We're just gonna finely chop it until we get a cup worth. Or we want to put a little extra, we will. All right, but you do you, like, you know, kind of mix it up. All right, celery. Okay, finely chopped celery. Same thing, a cup of that. You know, if you want to put a little bit extra, you can on that as well. So we've got here file, or actually it's filet, Creole gumbo filet. So we're gonna have a tablespoon of that. Okay. Also, Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. However you say it. Anyway, you know what I mean. Worcestershire sauce. 2 tablespoons of that. All right. 1 tablespoon of this, the file or filet, and the 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. 2 bay leaves. Creole seasoning. We're going to have 1 teaspoon of that. Okay. 1.5 teaspoon of dried thyme. Okay. Also a cup of flour. Okay. So sausages. Okay. I'm gonna do a sausage, right? Just a package of sausage. That's all you get. You can get like Louisiana style, which is I can't remember it. Andouille sausage. That's it. Andouille sausage. You can get that. You know, it's best for that. That's really what you should be making. You know, when you do Louisiana style gumbo, you would get the andouille sausage.
We just can't find out.
Yeah, we just can't find it. You know, or there's places that don't have it. Okay, whatever. You know, you go find a sausage that you like. Get a good sausage. You know, if you like a spicy sausage, then use the spicy sausage and stuff like that. You know, it's Creole, right?
Everybody knows where to find it in Michigan. They can put it in the comments.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, if you can find it in Michigan, that'd be great. And let me know, put in the comments. So anyways, find a sausage, whatever, just whatever you can find, okay? Bacon, pound of bacon. Whatever bacon you want, whatever kind. You get the butcher to slice them up, some really good ones, that's good. If you have butchers, do that. If not, just find the best bacon you want, you know, really. So we're gonna use that, okay? All right. So in that, so that's basically the mixture. So part of it also we're gonna do is, I already did it prior to this, is chicken, okay? Like I said, it's chicken and sausage gumbo, right? So what I did was link it in the comments of how you make a juicy boneless chicken breast, right? I already pre-made that already, but that's basically what it is. We're gonna cut that up, chop that up, and shred it, and chop into little bite-sized pieces and put it in there, all right? So, that's about it. Let's get going. Oh, also another thing. You might want to get
Dutch oven.
Dutch oven, yeah. Get a good sized Dutch oven, large Dutch oven, right? Okay, so that's what you're going to use. You're going to cook everything. You start off with that and you just cook it all in that, right? Let's get cooking. All right, so like I said, we got a cup here, right? We're just going to get a cup of celery. It's a lot more than a cup that's in here, but we're just going to cut them down. We're just going to cut it down until we get a cup. All right, just go ahead and do that. Get rid of those ends. What I do is I just cut down the middle. That, cut down the middle again. Just get them that way. That's basically it. that, you know, fine little pieces. So that's basically what we're looking for, okay? I'm gonna cut these down until I get like a cup. Bell peppers. Okay, same thing, onion, right? Just gonna cut it down. Get a cup of onion. Even though I said a large onion, really it's just, you just need a cup, so we're just gonna chop it down finely until we get a cup. And I'm still trying to figure out a way how to do it without crying. I don't think there's a way to do it without crying. My son's starting to cook some stuff too, and he's like, "Dad, how do you cut your onions without crying?" As he's telling me all teary-eyed, I'm like, "I don't think I know a way." All right. So this way right here, I kind of just go a long way with it. All right. Do what I can, and then just go down the other. Really fine. Then just go over it again. It's almost like half a large onion, really. Give me a cup, see? But you get the gist of it. You're basically looking for a cup. All right, so basically what we got here now, we got your bell peppers, we got your onions, finely chopped, and your celery. This is what they refer to as the Holy Trinity in Southern cooking. It's called the Holy Trinity. It's basically bell peppers, onions, and celery. That's the mixture right there. That's what they mean by the Holy Trinity in Southern cooking. All right, so we got that all ready to go, right? So now to the sausage. All we're gonna do now is just do slices, you know, how we're just get some slices in there. We just need to try, just do some slices. We're just gonna slice them down and that's it. That's all we're gonna do. But we're gonna get that all prepped. We gotta get everything prepped first, get everything, all the things cut and prepped. before we start, when we start assembling everything, once we start making the, as they call the roux, it's gonna go fast, somewhat fast. We're gonna start adding things to it. All right, so that's why we kind of need everything prepped first, right? Okay, so what we got now is we got the Dutch oven, and we're gonna go ahead and cook this bacon, right? We got a pound of bacon, like I said before. We also got over here on the side, we've got like a paper towel, a plate with paper towels on it. After we're done cooking the bacon, we're gonna put the finished bacon on here, right? The crispy bacon. What we're looking for really is we're gonna be reusing that bacon grease. Okay, that's we're gonna use as the foundation for our roux. So it's gonna be bacon grease with flour. Okay, that's where the cup of flour comes in, but we'll get to that later. All right, so right now we're just gonna go ahead and start cooking up the bacon. And it doesn't have to be perfect bacon, you know. We just want it to cook it up. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight or anything. Just throw some pieces in there. Give some tongs. Kind of help you move it around. Just work at it little by little. We're just gonna keep going at this until it's like really good and crispy. Everything's gonna be really good and crispy. And we're just gonna keep adding more bacon. All right, so we're just gonna go through all this pound, and we'll go from there.
You know what the real trick is? Keeping everybody from eating the bacon.
Yeah, that's gonna be the hard part. Keeping everybody from eating the bacon. We're gonna don't throw away the bacon. Don't eat it all up. We're gonna reuse this bacon. If you can keep it away from the kids and the wife, that'll be the trick.
Promise to try and only eat one piece.
At a time. All right, we're finishing up on this last of this bacon. As before, my wife's still stealing it, so. Yeah, well. I'm making sure I get it good and crispy before. Like I said before, we're going to save the bacon. Or attempt to save the bacon, yeah. All right, so turn it down a little bit. What we're going to do now at this point is we're going to start whisking in the flour. So all this bacon. So we got a cup of flour, right? So we're just going to add a little bit at a time. We're just going to whisk it in. Turn it down the heat. Let's throw it down to low so we don't want to burn it. So we're gonna keep doing this until, don't touch it because it's hot. Don't be like me. Learn from my mistakes. All we're gonna do is just keep stirring this around. Okay, we're gonna keep stirring this around. See how it's got a tannish color, off-white, whatever? We're gonna keep stirring it around until it comes to be like a medium brown color, darker brown. You want to keep it moving. That's basically the trick. Is you got to keep this moving. That way you don't burn it.
So not too fast, otherwise it won't cook.
Yeah. Just stir it every so often. And then stir it some more. Let it sit for a little bit and then stir some more. You know, just keep doing it that way. All right, see, now we're going into the darker brown. We're going into a brown color, like a medium brown, right? This is where you got to really start whisking a little bit more, just sort of keep it rolling, keep the flour from burning, or the roux from burning. Now it's roux. All right, so this we're looking at. See, it's starting to look more like chocolate. You get like a nutty smell to it, you know, and that's what you want. You don't want it to be, like I said, that's why we just keep moving it around a little bit, you know, keep moving it. I don't want it to burn. All right, I think we're good. I think we're there. Look at that. That's nice. All right, at this point, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to start mixing in the first 32 ounce of chicken broth, right? We're just going to mix it in little by little. It's going to look like, it's going to look crazy. It's going to look like, oh my gosh, what did I do to it? Don't worry about it. Just let it go. Just keep going there. Just pour a little bit at a time and then stir it in. It'll come together, don't worry. See, it's like, oh my gosh, it's not turning into soup, it's getting pasty. It's all right, just keep doing it. We're working it in there. It'll come together, trust me. Work it in, okay? Look at that. See? It's like a gravy now. Alright. So at this point, alright, so at this point I'm just what I'm gonna do is go ahead and add the Trinity right here. Just add it all in there. Get that all incorporated. Ah. Alright, let's soak it all up in there. Alright, so go ahead and what we're going to do now is just go ahead and start adding all the other ingredients. Here's my Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. War sauce. The time. My Cajun seasoning, right? Just add it all in there. Just get it all good incorporated. My bay leaves, throw it in there. There you go. All right. We're gonna add the sausages. All right, just throw it in there. All right, so I added the sausages. I'm gonna add the rest of the broth. All right, for the other 32 ounce thing of broth. So I added the 32 ounce first time, get it all incorporated. I'm gonna bring that up to heat a little bit. I've got like a medium low heat. I'm just gonna put this all in there. All right. That's turning like a soup, right? Don't worry about it. Okay, so at this point, what we're gonna do is we're gonna shred up the chicken. You know, the bite pieces. You know, we're just gonna shred them up, and we're just gonna add into it. All right, so. Okay, so right now we got all the other stuff, right? We did have 32 ounce of broth on there, so now we got all the 64 ounces of broth, and we got all the ingredients, right? Bacon. This is where we come back with the bacon. Remember we talked about that? Just start chopping it all up into pieces, and we're gonna add that back into it. That'll give us some extra flavor right there. Who don't like bacon?
You could add some in my face.
Yeah. Well, I still want bacon just by itself. No blame her. Bacon's good. All we're gonna do is chop them up in fine little pieces, roughly chopped. You know, small little bite-sized pieces, you know. All right, just add it in there. We're gonna add all that bacon back in there. It's gonna give some goodness. Or whatever was left over from my wife and my daughter eating it. It's all right. It's all about making family happy either way, right? This household, bacon makes families, makes us feel good. I'm sure your family's the same way, right? Who don't like bacon?
Vegetarians.
Well, vegetarians. As the guy told me one day, it's like I'm a vegetarian, so the cow eats grass, and so I just eat the cow, which is processed grass. What we're doing, chopping them down, chopping it down, put it all in there. All right. All right, so shred the chicken up. That's my wife shred the chicken, yeah. All right, so it's all depending on how much chicken you want to add to it. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep adding some. It's like, hey, that looks like a good amount. All right, so I'm just gonna, and really the sausages and if you want to add, like, you know, however many sausage you want to add to the consistency, it's all up to you. So we just kind of shredded up, like I said, the chicken. I had like a 3 pounds of chicken. Actually, I think it was more like 5 or close to 4. It was like close to 4 actually. Chicken. So I'm just gonna add, you know, whatever I want to. And like I said, I cut up the chicken last because I wanted to make sure it kept the juices inside of it. So all that juices inside that chicken is going also inside the mixture as well. That's basically what it is. You
just throw it anywhere.
Yeah, just throw it. All right, yeah. So basically, you just grab the chicken that you cooked. Of course, it's cooled off a little bit. And just grab it. Grab the pieces you don't want, just like throw it over there. And just kind of shred them up like that. You know, chunk pieces. You know, however you want to have them. You know, you can have them thinly slice them out, whatever. Or just do them that way. That's basically what we're doing. I'm just gonna grab all this chicken and put it in there. That's basically all we're doing. It's just pieces, bits and pieces. Here's your big chick piece, right? So just grab the pieces. There. Just add it all in there. You know? Sometimes you cook with your hands, you know? You don't need knives or anything like that, or, you know, just use your fingers. Of course, wash them, of course. Of course, you know, that's what I did before, I washed them. But if you're cooking for yourself, who cares? Alright, let me wash my hands real quick. Alright, here we go. So we're just gonna let that in there, let it set. All that goodness. Yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, so this part, filet, we can't forget that, right? File, filet, whatever you want to say it. Right, we're gonna put that in there. Just mix it all in. So we're just kind of stirring it in a little bit. It's gonna be cooking. We're gonna cook this for a good, at least an hour, all right? Put it on medium-low heat. Put the cover on. We're gonna put the cover on it. We're gonna cook it in just for at least an hour, preferably like a good 4 hours and stuff. Just let it sit there and just let it just work its way in. Work all its flavors into like the chicken and everything. Everything just incorporates each other, right? That's what we want to do. Also, in that process, also it's gonna break down the celery and the peppers and things like that, and the onions and stuff. So it's all just gonna work together, right? All right, so let's do that, right? So let's put this top on. Like I said, I got about a 2 on my stove here, so we're just gonna leave it like that. All right, let's get back. Okay, so we got 2 ways of, like what we were talking about a little bit before. If you didn't catch that, is you've got 2 ways of doing it when we let it set. Okay, you've got you can let it simmer for an hour, or you put it on low and let it cook for 4 hours. All right, so that's just 2 ways of doing it, right? All right, let's just take a look at this. Oh, look at that. Always turn the pot away from you so that you don't get like steam all over your hands and burn yourself. Oh, look at that goodness right there. There you go, look at that. Okay. All right, let's get this thing plated up. Take a taste. All right, see you then. Okay, well, there you go. Gumbo. Look at that. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. If you want. Hey, this is Cajun food, you know? Louisiana hot sauce. Put some on there like that. You know, mix it in. There you go. Heck yeah. Well, there you go. Enjoy.